Welcome back to the Wild Rose podcast. I'm Whitney Rose.
I'm Connie Daniels.
We were just setting up for the podcast and we had a surprise visitor.
Yes.
Unexpectedly pop in.
Yeah, as I walk up to the door of Whitney's house, I hear somebody say, "Hi, Connie," and I turn around to see Whitney's mom. So she showed up at the same time that I did.
Which, it's a rare occasion around here. My mom's very busy. She works and she's taking care of her elderly father, my grandfather. And I had no idea that she was coming over. Typical Whitney and Justin. Justin didn't tell me she was coming over to pick up some supplements. And Connie, the best part is she comes into the kitchen and I'm like, "Mom?" And Connie looks at me and she's like, "That's your mom, right?"
Well, I've met her several times, but I'm like, could I be wrong? I always second guess myself.
Well, no, I think it's just because of my reaction, because I was like, my mom is here? Yeah. But anyways, we just had this like super deep conversation with my mom about energy, health, religion, like all the things.
Yeah, I know. We just went right for it. It was awesome.
Unexpected, right?
I didn't realize that's where you get all of your, or where all of your energy, thoughts, and beliefs came from your mom. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I actually think that I don't give her enough credit.
Yeah.
Because she is so deep into energy and spirituality. So Justin just started a new job. Yay.
Yay.
And he now works for a company called Awakened, which sells a fat burning product. But they're a very spiritual company. They're all into crystals, energy healing, all of that. And so my mom came to pick up some product to try. And we're standing in the kitchen and my mom, if anyone knows what kinesiology is, it's muscle testing. And my mom holds the product to her heart and muscle tests herself for the product. And Connie and I are literally in a deep conversation with her. And out of nowhere, she just stops listening to us and tells Justin, "Oh, this product's good for me." I tested myself.
And I had no clue what she meant by testing herself. I'm like, what do you mean you just tested yourself?
Welcome to the cuckoo of my life. But that's where I get it from.
Yeah. Well, let's just explain really quickly. What is testing a product?
So kinesiology is, oh my God. We're
Is it kind of like your muscle,
kinesia, yeah.
Muscle.
Kinesiology is actually the movement of your body.
Mm-hmm. And how it reacts to energy?
We should just Google it. I studied it in college. Kinesiology, it's like the study.
I studied it too. It was college was a long time ago.
I don't even know how to spell it. It's the study of the body's movement. Okay. Kinesiology specialists use their knowledge of human physiology and movement to help recover patients' mobility, improve their lives through exercise. So yeah, kinesiology is movement. So my first major is dance, so I had to take it.
Oh yeah.
But you can muscle test through your body. Like the science behind it is that your body knows what's best for it. Mm-hmm. So as a kid, my mom would make us hold different supplements. Like let's just say vitamin D or vitamin C or ginseng, anything. And she would make us hold it. Hold the supplement in our palm, put it on our chest, and then she'd make us pinch our thumb and pointer finger together. And she would try to pull apart our finger. And if it pulled apart, that meant we didn't need it. Oh. But if it was strong, it means you need it.
You need it.
So
she was testing this product in a little different way than that.
Yeah.
She was holding it to her chest. And she said, if your body naturally just kind of leans forward or into it, then it's a yes. And if it leans back, it's a no.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
and then she went on to tell us that the people at the health food store know her because she's the woman grabbing the supplements in the aisle, holding them to her chest, seeing if she goes forward or backwards.
And she said they knew what she was doing because they had to slow her down and ask her if she was clearing herself in between each one, which she wasn't. She was going too fast. And they taught her how to do that. Anyway. Yeah. It's kind of fun.
So random.
Very just random.
Setting up for to record and my mom popped in.
I know, we did invite her. She will be on here at some point, I'm sure. But she was too busy today.
Yeah, I wish we could have just recreated the entire conversation we just had with her, but yeah, she had to go.
Yeah.
She's a busy lady. No, today we are going to talk about one of our favorite topics, beauty. All things beauty, our beauty secrets, beauty hacks.
Yes. But first, I want to know, what is the wildest thing that happened this week?
Okay, so it wasn't this week. It was actually when we went to Cabo.
Oh, okay. Couple weeks.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks, but it just dawned on me that we never shared with our listeners what happened when we went to Cabo. So we talked about booking the Cabo trip. We actually went to Cabo, had a beautiful time. I can't even remember if we've talked about it on here or not.
I don't think we did, actually. We never circled back. So.
Yeah. So we ended up going to Cabo and had an amazing time. We got to go with our husbands and then our other friend, Sherry, and her husband, Josh, who Sherry Kwai is our friend that's battling cancer. And she's a huge powerhouse and inspiration to us. But anyways, on the flight there, Connie and I, okay. So we
I know what you're gonna say now.
So, well, we don't have to say details because I'm not going to sell out my best friend. But okay, so big news is our flight from Cabo to Salt Lake. Wait.
No, Salt Lake to Cabo.
Yes.
But also
Thank you.
Cabo back to Salt Lake.
Same. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
It was both
flights, both directions. I sit down on the plane and I don't know if you ever had a moment where you like make eye contact with someone and you're like, how do I know you?
Huh?
I know you. I feel like I've met you before. I recognize you, but I don't know who you are. Anyways, I kept having this like moment with this woman sitting directly behind me. And finally, I just like turn around one more time. I look at her and I'm like, her eyes are so familiar. And then she spoke and I was like, oh my God, Katherine Heigl is sitting behind me. And I had just watched her show on Netflix. Which one did I tell you?
Firefly Lane.
Yeah, Firefly Lane. And I just had binged that show. And
it's on Netflix right now,
yeah,
right? Mm-hmm. Season 1?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but in that show, she has dark hair and like a bob, like a short bob haircut with dark hair. And on the plane, she had really short hair, like a pixie cut.
Mm-hmm.
And once I heard her speak, I was like, I think it's Katherine Heigl. So I text Connie, who's like just like 2 rows behind me.
Yeah.
I'm like, Katherine Heigl sitting behind me. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
I think we could say it.
All right, say
because
it.
I was wrong. I was totally wrong. Okay, so what actually happened, she texted me that and I'm like, what? Are you sure? And she's like, I just heard her speak. Yep, it's for sure her. And I'm like, oh my gosh. What I didn't know is she lives here in Utah. So, but I was thinking, how in the world is she on our flight? We're in Salt Lake.
Yeah, she lives in Park City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had to kind of get a closer look for myself. So I got up to go to the bathroom. Well, first I texted my daughter because she loves Grey's Anatomy and she's watched all of the seasons over like at least 2 or 3 times. I don't know. And so I immediately text her because this is right before the plane took off. And I'm like, Jenica, guess what? Guess who's on our plane? Katherine Heigl. And she's like, shut up. And she goes, well, that is so, she goes, I heard she's a real bitch to everybody, but that is so cool. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's funny because I just told Ben and Ben goes, yeah, I heard she's not that nice to people. And I'm like, really? Now both of you, I have heard nothing. So I have no idea if she's nice or not. And I've never met her, so I don't know for myself. So anyway, I thought, well, I'm going to get up and get a closer look. So after we took off, I get up to go to the bathroom and I crouch down in front of Whitney and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so great. Okay, mind you, the engines are running. It's loud. And I do have a very loud voice. And I know that. And
we had a couple champagnes in the sky room.
Yes. So I was a little chatty, but she was also talking at the same time. So I crouched down and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I just texted Jenica and I told her what she just told me. I heard she's a real bitch. I heard Catherine's a real bitch. And Whitney's like, Connie, shh, she is right there. Shut up.
I know. So from my perspective, I didn't have headphones in or anything. I'm just chilling on the flight waiting for Wi-Fi for my computer. And literally all I hear is Connie comes and crouches down and she's like, I heard Katherine Heigl's a real bitch. And I was like, Connie, shh.
That's what Whitney heard. But I'm like, I promise you she did. If I thought she could hear me, I would not have even said anything. Okay.
So I was like, Connie, shh. Connie, go to the bathroom. Go back to your seat.
She kept kind of moving her head so I couldn't look through the seats.
Yeah, I know. Connie is like trying to peek through the seats. And I'm like, Connie, it could not be any more obvious. Like at this point, you should just be like, hi, Katherine.
For real. For real. But I have to tell you though, my husband Ben did talk to her because we had to take this little tiny bus when we got to Cabo, which we forgot. It's like a 5-second little drive once you get there to get you off the tarmac.
Yeah.
So anyway, Ben walks up to her and was like, and starts a conversation. And she was so nice. She talked to him. She, said that she loves Utah. She loves the snow here. She was so nice. And so I don't know where that came from, that Katherine Heigl's a real bitch, because she very much is not. She was very nice.
I actually talked to her on the plane briefly. I just told her that I loved Firefly Lane.
Yes.
It was a great show. And she just said, yeah, it was actually like a big passion project of mine. It was one of my favorites.
Yeah. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
I love it.
That was pretty wild. We never shared it, but
I know.
We'll keep sharing more. We had a lot happen on that trip. So
we did. We need to go back to a
lot of encounters, a lot of experiences. So we will keep flashing back to it, but we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we are going to share our favorite beauty secrets and beauty hacks, things we're into right now.
Yes. We'll see you in a minute.
Hi, Wild Ones. Welcome back from the break. We are so...
Is that how they say the break over here?
Yeah. I don't know. Welcome back to the podcast, people. We are so excited to have you here. Welcome back. We are... today, we are excited to talk about beauty.
Yes.
I think it's something that Connie and I get asked about a lot because we're both from the beauty industry. Mm-hmm. We've spent all of our career mostly in the beauty space. So. Yes,
I worked in a salon for 10 years around a lot of other beautiful women and men. And and
I started my career at New Skin, which is a skincare company down in Provo, Utah. And now I own Wildest Beauty. And Connie and I are really into a lot of the same things. Like, we are each other's guinea pigs with like different skincare treatments or different things to try, different beauty hacks, different beauty secrets. So
when we come up with new things that we're trying, we definitely go like to one another and share and what we found and what we're trying and what's new. So we wanted to share some of those things.
Yeah, and we both share the passion of having a holistic approach.
Yes. So we're going to talk from the inside out. And when I say the inside out, you will get what I mean shortly.
Well, and, I preach from the rooftops. I think I will admit that for probably a decade of my adult life, I chased perfection. I wanted to be the best version of myself, have the most clear, perfect skin, have the best, perfect body, all of this. And over the years, I've transformed my thinking into, you know what, perfect doesn't exist. It's not about being perfect. It's about being healthy. So when I developed Wildest Beauty, that's what I had in mind is it's not about having perfect skin. It's about having healthy skin. And I think that we share that with our bodies too, right? Mm-hmm. All parts of our body. Like, beauty isn't just about your skin and your face.
This is true.
It's about your body. It's about your soul. It's about your sexuality. It's about everything.
Mm-hmm. It's about your cells in your body.
Yeah. So, Connie, what do you have for us?
Well, first,
what is your first beauty secret?
It's one that I have heard a lot about. So first I want to share that I am not a doctor. I am, I've Googled some of the information on this. It's a product called NAD or NAD+.
Have you looked it up on ZocDoc?
No, I need to actually. Probably before I get this done, I need to ask a doctor, and I'm going to get on ZocDoc. And but I do have a nurse practitioner that is going to be delivering this to me through an IV treatment, and my husband and I are going to do it together because we've heard so many good things that it does. So what this, I'm just kind of like going to share like a few things that I found.
Well, I cut you off, so say it one more time. What it is.
It's called NAD. And I will probably butcher what NAD stands for. I don't even think I printed that off because I knew I would.
That's okay. NAD.
NAD.
We like a good acronym.
That's right. So, yes, and any of you out there that know, I'm sure there are a lot of people that know a lot more about this than I do, but it just sounded so intriguing to me. Some of the benefits are so, that they claim to have are so big that I want to try it for myself and see what happens and see what my results are. So, yes, there are different ways that you can get this done, or that you can ingest it through like a capsule supplement. You can get a patch that you wear. And I don't know if it's like daily and it just kind of soaks into your skin and bloodstream. You can do an injection. You can do a nasal spray. So there's a lot of different ways that you can.
Can you vape it? I'm sure you can.
But if you can put it in a nasal spray, I bet there's a way that, I don't know if vaping's that healthy though.
I know, but I'm just saying that because I will never forget the first time I saw someone saying that they were vaping their vitamins, like B12.
What?
And I was like, what?
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah.
I've seen those. In fact, I've ordered them because my daughter always sees stuff like that. And I don't order it. She orders it on our credit card, I guess, because all these weird things keep showing up to my house. Does that happen with Bobby? Has she started to try to order things?
Absolutely. We had to take away DoorDash. We had to take away Amazon. And they still figure out how to hack it.
Well, some parents are smarter and don't let them have
now
access to
we're going down a rabbit hole, but I do want to tell you one thing.
Yes.
Bobby figured out how to hack her Green Light card, which is a Green Light card is like a debit card for kids where you preload money.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like a Cash App card.
Exactly.
Okay.
And she figured out Justin's password, and she's been sending herself money.
Oh, kids are too smart.
But
how long did it take him to find that out?
A couple weeks, honestly.
I don't know, because if you're like me, I don't look every single day. There was a time in my life I looked every day, and I would have found out right away. But smart kids. Okay, so NAD. There's a lot of different ways that you can get this, but I wanted to just share some of the things that I found, or I Googled, that some of the effects that it has on your body. So it has some anti-aging effects, which that's what I'm very much interested in. I am okay to get older. I just want to age a little as slow as possible at this point. Mm-hmm. I'm 44 years old. I'm fine with that. I don't want to go back to my 20s, but if I could just find ways to just gracefully age, and this helps me from the inside out, great. So there's an increased production of a substance called free radicals that probably a lot of you know about, that are toxic in your body's system and accelerate the aging process. So what this does is it goes in and it slows down or even reverses this process in your body. So that sounded very interesting to me. It improves your cognitive function. Okay. This one was really big for me too, because I forget everything and I have a foggy brain now and all these things. And I'm like, okay, this can help my brain. Yes, I definitely need that. So it
makes you more beautiful and helps your memory.
And
slows down aging.
Yes. It even says it helps neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, Huntington's disease.
That's huge, actually.
I mean, it's a really big claim.
But they wouldn't be claiming it on the World Wide Web under medically These are accredited websites.
St. Andrew's Medical Center is who printed this.
No, I've actually heard of NAD for the last couple of years, and you're getting it in an IV, right?
I am going to do it in an IV, and I've heard some people will say, well, somebody sent me a TikTok saying it wasn't as, like, your body doesn't have as many effects for as long when you do it that way. And maybe it's because you're not consistently taking it. You're like dosing it for 2 to 10 days in a row. You do an IV treatment depending on how much of it I don't know, I guess what kind of results you want. But if you're taking a supplement every day somehow through the nasal sprays and you're doing that every single day, then it stays in your system every day and kind of is helping your cells regenerate every single day. So I think that's why they're like, oh, it'll do it like with a big boost of it. And then after that, your body kind of goes back to how.
Well, I think that,
and I don't know,
isn't the magic of probably like taking it every day for maintenance, but then when you do a big dosage of it, that's like to like shock your system and get
like a loading dose.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's kind of how I'm looking at it, is like this is going to be like a loading dose of it. And then it is a supplement that I want to try taking every day in one of those other forms.
Justin, he took NAD every day for like 3 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can get it at the health food store, grocery store.
You can get it on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.
But I'm always really careful about where I get these kind of supplements because I want them to be as pure as possible. I don't want them to have any fillers or anything like that in there. So,
have you found a brand that you like yet, or are you just going to start with the IV?
Yeah. And I'm going to ask the girl who's giving us the IVs. I'm just going to ask her and probably just order it through her.
Yeah, that's smart.
To be safe. Mm-hmm. And then I'll probably do like a nasal spray or something through her as well. So it's kind of cool. It aids in recovery, addiction recovery.
I heard else? I've taken it. I've taken it in the past in a low dose, and I kind of felt like once I took it for a couple weeks and it built up in my system, it helped me with my focus.
Yeah.
And productivity. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be good for like, isn't it good for like your appetite too? Did you find anything about that?
I didn't
or is that
see
maybe
anything.
Something they dropped?
Yeah, I didn't see anything, at least not in this article on it. It could.
I did hear someone that I've been seeing for like, I just started going to like a holistic wellness center, and he just got a IV of NAD, and he said he worked for 21 hours straight.
Oh my gosh.
After he got it. Like he was so focused and productive.
That's awesome. I'm hoping that happens to me because, that's amazing. Because I think it does really just clear your mind and works on that cellular level. So
it helps with free radicals. So that's I can't say it.
Oxidization?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that right?
So that just comes from stress, sun exposure, environmental aggressors, the aging process in and of itself. Our cells slow down. The turnover of our cells, everything about staying young and youthful and healthy is cellular turnover. Same with skincare, same with like the organs of our body. Like skin's an organ. It's the largest organ of your body. So I am very familiar with free radical damage, and that's why like antioxidants and vitamins help like aid in that process, like vitamin C for the skin, vitamin C for the body. So NAD is like is it a supercharged antioxidant? Is that what it is?
I think pretty much.
Yeah.
Because your body, as we get older, you're making your turnover rate with how your cells kind of repair and fix themselves is slower and slower. Yeah. So this will just help boost that up like it did when you were younger. So if you can imagine.
Sounds like I need this in skincare.
I know. You know what?
Actually, if you can work from the inside and the outside at the same time.
I actually think I did when I was doing some research on it. I think I did find a company that puts it in their face cream.
Yeah. Well, it sounds
so you can put it on topical and ingest it as well.
Well, it's I I wonder, yeah, I'm going to have to look into this because right now, I mean, I use a lot of antioxidants in my skincare. Vitamin C, vitamin E, like all the vitamins and all of the plant extracts like dandelion root, papaya, like all of everything that's in my product. But oxygen serum has an ingredient that helps cellular oxygenation, which is the same thing. It's increased cellular function. It helps your cells communicate faster to each other. And I combine it with DMAE, which people are starting to take DMAE too for their brain.
Oh, wow.
So DMAE helps. It's like if you think of two cells next to each other, and we're not doctors, we're not scientists, but
clearly
it just helps the communication of cells. So on a skin level, it helps increase fine lines and wrinkles because they're communicating faster. So your skin plumps and firms. And that's why Glow works so well.
I love Glow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So on that internal note, something that I've really learned over the last couple years, really, I all of a sudden got these red cheeks out of nowhere. My cheeks would just get red. And it wasn't that they were dry or irritated. And I mean, my skincare line is designed for that. And it, all of a sudden it just got worse and worse and worse. So I started eliminating products. I started eliminating foods. And then I realized that, I always knew this, but I didn't realize how directly correlated your gut health was with skin.
Oh, yeah.
And so I really started doing some research on gut health. And I know it was big a couple years ago, gut health with brain health, mental health.
It's interesting that everything in your body is related to your gut health.
Yeah. So some just something simple that I've been doing a lot of is taking probiotics, but I don't really love probiotics in a pill form. I know that a lot of people do and it works well for them, but for me, well, one, I can't swallow pills. So that's kind of hard for me, but I have been loving...
Wait, you can't swallow pills?
No, I can't swallow pills.
I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knows that about you.
Yeah, I have, speaking of gut health, I have eosinophilic esophagus, EOE. So it's where your esophagus hardens from the outside in. So fun fact, the esophagus average size is 25 centimeters, which is about a quarter. And mine at its largest opening is 10 centimeters.
Oh my gosh.
So I physically can't swallow pills.
Do you feel like you're choking all the time?
I literally do. That's why I'm a grazer. I call myself a cow because I just graze all day because I have to eat slow and small amounts. It's
you do eat all the time.
Yeah, it's because I can't physically get down a big meal as fast as a normal person.
Yeah.
So anyways, something that I've, so probiotics have been prescribed to me medically, holistically, over the counter, whatever. But I like to take my probiotics in ways of fermented food. It's weird.
Like yogurt?
Yeah, like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, and apple cider. Yeah, sauerkraut, apple cider vinegar. And it's so funny because I crave vinegar, I crave salty food, I crave fermented food. And it's interesting as I'm tying and making this connection to gut health and overall wellness, my body's craving it. So I love vinegar and salt, and I know salt's not good for you, but yeah, but you can find a lot, something that I just started doing over the last year specifically is I just take a shot of apple cider vinegar every day.
I used to do that. I need to go back to that.
Yeah.
It has so many good benefits for you.
It's a natural probiotic. So it's really good at it. I don't know what it does in your gut, but the probiotic creates a more alkaline space for your gut so you can absorb food better. And remember when we used to do celery juice? So we used to do lemon water, then celery juice, then apple cider vinegar in that order. And there's a reason for it. So it's been increasing the lining of my gut, and my cheeks have been less red.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I haven't changed my skincare routine, but I just have
or your
added,
diet, really.
I've just added in eating more probiotics. You know, you can get them from like fruits and vegetables and nuts, but for me, I've been really doing the apple cider vinegar.
Yeah. And you've noticed in your skin.
Yeah. Okay, now you're ready to take this to the next level.
Yes.
I read somewhere that you can put it on a cotton pad and put it on your dark spots or your age spots.
Yeah. Just straight apple cider vinegar on your
so
skin?
you shoot it, you take I don't know, people say like a tablespoon a day, but I literally just take a big guzzle. It's probably too much, but I love it. So I guzzle apple cider vinegar, and then I have been putting it on a cotton pad and putting it on my, I mean, I'm not a doctor. I can't make this claim, but I have melasma, which is a medical, melasma is melasma. But I put it on my melasma and age spots. And it's weird because it kind of burns. But my melasma is going down.
Shut up.
Dead ass serious.
Okay, that's crazy.
And it's like weird because wherever I don't have the melasma, and melasma is just pigmented skin. It's damage. It's the damage of the melanin in your skin. It happens with aging. It happens, for me, it was an injury to my skin. I got a 3rd-degree chemical burn from a TCA pill. And that's why I don't do chemicals anymore. I just stick with natural skincare and natural treatments. But you put apple cider vinegar on your age spots.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to try this.
And blemishes and irritations.
Oh. And it's working. You've done it long enough. You've been seeing some results from it.
Yeah, so my scar on my cheek that I'm so insecure about, that's lightening. And I have a patch above my right eye that's really big. And I tell you, I have not had any chemical pills. I haven't had microneedling. I haven't had any laser treatments in over a year. I think I've had 1 microneedling last year.
Wow. That's awesome.
I've only been doing hydrofacials, my Wild Rose Beauty, and I started apple cider vinegar internally and on top.
That's awesome. Topically. Okay, listeners, if you have done this or are using apple cider vinegar, I want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. That and the NAD. I want to hear from you if you've tried it. But
so crazy, huh?
That is really cool. I love when you hear something so natural and simple. It has so many cool benefits.
Well, and with apple cider vinegar, one other thing is ginger. You know, I'm obsessed with ginger. Yes. Like when we go out to sushi on date night or whatever.
She always asks for extra
ginger.
I
just love ginger. But
good for you.
I have been making in the morning with my apple cider vinegar, celery juice. With my lemon water, I've been adding ginger, and I like to boil it and drink it as like a tea. So like ginger and lemon. Just telling you, it's going to change your life. I feel like it gives me energy. I sip on my little tea.
You mean more than this Bang that is terrible for me as we're talking about healthy things?
Nothing replaces the caffeine. But like when you eliminate it and you start implementing natural things, it really does work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. There's a few more things I need to start trying.
Yeah. So there you go.
Energy. Age spots.
My mom, who was visiting with us earlier, and my grandpa, I don't think he's been to very many doctors in his life. He always has preached that the earth gives you everything you need to heal.
I believe that. I really do.
Apple cider vinegar, NAD. Yes. What else you got for me? You told me there was something to do with a crystal, and I was excited about crystals.
There is, but I think we need to go to a break really quickly. And when we come back, we're going to tell you about something that's a little hippie-ish.
You know I love my hippie vibes.
We'll be right back.
Bring it on.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, I promised you I would share something new.
Yeah, and it has to do with hippies and crystals. I'm so excited. What is this?
It sure does. And I just have to say, this is not an ad for this product. It's the one that I found, though. A friend of mine I was talking to about, okay, first of all.
Is this the friend that happens to be my daughter-in-law?
This sure is. This is that friend. I love her. Oh my gosh. She is also in the beauty industry. She's worked as an esthetician for a long time.
She's my esthetician. She does my microneedling and my hydrofacials.
Yes.
I need to go get microneedled. It's been a while.
I need that too.
Yeah.
But yes, we we were talking, and if you do not have a vagina, this may not be information for you. But if you want to keep listening, it might be for somebody you know.
Oh no.
So anyway,
what's about to happen?
As we were talking, she had gone to this woman who is like a tantric sex expert. And she told her about this little crystal like wand thing. It's about, I wish I would have brought it to show, but it's about, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches long and maybe an inch around.
Convenient.
It's not huge. Yeah. But it is a crystal, and it's made from very natural things. It can break, I need to say. So you have to be really careful with this.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it can break. Oh, yeah. Well, you'd have to be really rough with it to
does
break
it
off.
break inside of you?
No.
Like little shards?
That would be horrific. No.
Oh my God.
It wouldn't. I don't think there's any way for it. If you dropped it on the ground, it could break. But it couldn't just snap off inside of you.
Okay, clearly, yeah, it's not a dildo.
No, this is not. This isn't really for fun. This is actually it cleanses, heals, rejuvenates, and tightens your vagina.
Oh, so it's a beauty secret for your vagina.
It is, yes. And I think every woman needs to hear this.
What is the stone made of?
So I had to look it up again. It's called this one is called Secret. Is it Caress? CERES?
Yeah.
It's an ancient healing tool that was developed in a small but spiritually powerful kingdom in Asia.
Yeah.
To nurture, purify, rejuvenate the female reproductive system. So this, when I was talking to your daughter-in-law, Sam, she was saying that it does so many good things for your vagina. It can make it more sensitive. As you get older, things change. Like the lining inside of your vagina changes, and it can get thinner, and it can make sex painful, or your libido goes down. So it's supposed to help with all of these things. Not only that, it actually...
And gravity, after you birth children and gravity, like, it just changes.
It does change, yes. And any woman, if you haven't figured this out yet, you're just young still.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. So that's why I feel like this is important to share. And when I told my 19-year-old daughter about it, that's who said, Mom, this is some real hippie shit if I ever heard it before.
Yeah, but I feel like this is a good conversation for any age, because I feel like, especially as women, we should feel empowered to talk about our bodies. Like, we all have vaginas. We came from one. We have one. Women have the ability to make life. Like, we reproduce.
It's pretty amazing.
Whether you choose to have children or not, you hold that power.
Mm-hmm.
And, or even if if you have a hard time having children, you still have pussy power.
That's right.
So I feel like it should be more normalized to talk about.
I think it's getting a little better.
Yeah. But anyway,
it's made from...
So what, you put this crystal inside of you and it just makes your vagina magic?
So basically, yes, you put it in, so you get it wet. And it's kind of crazy because it's made from all these natural things. And as I was reading the pamphlet, because I wanted to make sure I did this right, it basically said you get it wet for like 1 to 3 seconds under the faucet, and then you breathe 3 times into your
diaphragm.
No, what did they call it?
Your pelvic
floor.
You're
like, what do they call it? Like your noni? Is that like a word for that area, or is
your sacrum, your pelvic floor?
Basically, breathe into your vagina. Just relax.
Okay,
and then you slide it in. And you wait for at least 30 seconds, and you can twist it and then wait another 30 seconds. You can leave it in for like up to like 1.5 minutes. I mean, really, you probably could leave it in longer if you wanted. I wouldn't leave it in much longer than what it recommends. You take it out, rinse it off. You don't use any soap or anything, because soaps can change the film. So
The
it basically
pH?
it puts a film inside because this is what kind of blew me away. When I was reading the directions, it said that you could put it under the faucet and you could use it as a face mask.
Okay, wait, hold on.
So there's a film that comes off.
Whoa. Hold on. What is the name of this thing? I'm Googling it right now.
It is called Secret Caress.
Okay.
CERES.
You're telling me
Wand.
that this is a secret crystal that you put in your vagina and it makes your vagina pretty, and then you can use
And
it
it
as
makes
a
it
face
smell
mask?
good. It balances. Yeah, and you can use it as a face mask.
Connie, how have I never heard of this?
I feel like if I used it as a face mask, I would need to buy a second one because I feel weird if you're fine with putting the same stuff that you put inside your vagina on your face, that's fine too. But for me, I would need to buy two.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really not putting glow on my vagina, but
well, that's
maybe
different.
I should be. Okay, wait. But yeah, it's the same device for your face. And
so what it does when you get this stone wet, a film kind of comes off of it. So what it does is it goes in your vagina and it puts a film around and it helps rebuild the skin. It actually says that you shed off dead skin cells off the superficial layers of your vagina. And then it can help regenerate and balance the intimate microflora while sustaining the moisture level and substance balance of your vagina.
Is this the website?
So it's like, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. We will post this.
So it's
in the notes.
How would you pronounce that?
I don't know. It's
curcuma.
You're gonna murder this.
Yeah, there's no way that we're gonna put this in the description of the podcast because
so you guys can look it up. The plants and the different things, natural things that it's made of, I cannot pronounce. So that doesn't help, but I do know what it does.
Oh, it's okay. So it's the perfect geometric crystalline structure of water molecules. Okay, they're just not really giving away the secret of what it is.
No, because I think it takes a while to make it, and they have to make it in Asia because that's where you find these plants and different things that they create this stone with. But yeah, the stone basically, every time you get it wet.
Okay, this makes sense. It's handmade.
Yeah.
So they take all of those ingredients, all of these natural herbs, whatever these things are that they're telling us that we can't pronounce, and they compound them into a stone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's why I haven't heard of it, because I'm like,
It's
I'm a
crazy.
crystal girl. I have the crystal Bible right
Yeah.
there.
This isn't.
And I've never heard of this.
No, it's a lot of different things that they've made into this stone. Yeah. It's not, this isn't straight out of the earth. Yeah. It's handmade.
They're making some big claims on here too.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So I thought, what the heck? I'm going to try this and see what happens. It's supposed to help your sex drive. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. It's supposed to help your sex drive. Yeah. And it balances your pH level. So if you've ever had like what do you call that? A BV? Is it BV?
Yeah. A lot of women struggle with like bacterial.
Smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a bacteria. So it neutralizes things so that the bacteria cannot grow. The bad bacteria cannot grow there. Therefore, no smell.
Yeah.
But you do after you use it, some of the stuff does come out of you. So don't be alarmed if like some white stuff comes out. It's helping the cells, those superficial cells of your skin. So it's like
exfoliating your vagina.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
I know.
And this is the thing is why do we neglect it? Because it's probably because it's internal, but it's still skin. It's the most important skin on our body, probably.
Yeah, for real.
Honestly.
And it changes. So if you can make your vagina more youthful and enjoy the things it's made for, why not? It's worth a shot, right?
Well, I just bought it.
You did?
Yeah. You sold me. It wasn't an ad, but you sold me.
It's not an ad, but I should have reached out.
Well, I love everything about that.
And honestly, I'm going to tell you, I've only used it like 2 or 3 times, and I have noticed a difference.
In like sensation?
Yeah, I've noticed sensation difference, and definitely there's like zero odor. Like not even like the normal vagina smell. Like nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
What if we infused it with some like rose hips?
Well, I don't know what that did to your pH.
Just kidding.
Then your vagina just smells like roses.
Here's the thing. Well, that's what I was trying to get at.
I'm a little slow, guys.
The wild rose, you know? I don't know. I'm going to have to try this. That's so
pretty cool.
I love that, like, in general, people are getting more into, like, sexual wellness, sexual health, womb healing.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, the vagina is the most important part of life. So,
for real.
And
without a vagina, no one would be here.
Exactly. And it actually makes perfect sense just as, like, a skincare enthusiast. Why, like, you have to take care. And, like, the fact that you're, like, exfoliating it, giving it antioxidants, herbs, supplements, that makes so much sense to me. It's like a facelift, but a vagina lift.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to challenge you, though. I want you to use it on your face and tell me what happens.
I told you I have to buy another one. They're not cheap, but...
So I should add another one to my cart?
Maybe. Gosh,
but it says it's antibacterial and antifungal.
Yeah.
So
which means it's... Okay, and I do have to say, your vagina actually self-cleans. It's literally made to self-clean. Mm-hmm. My daughter actually, she was reading some stuff about it and saying that... some women were saying if you not to use soap on it because it does change the pH.
And douching's really bad for you.
Yes, that's really bad. So she said it sounds kind of weird, but only rinse it out, rinse it all with water and don't use soap anymore. So this kind of goes hand in hand with that idea.
Again, I'm going to go back to apple cider vinegar.
Uh-huh.
It actually is really good for balancing your pH.
In your body.
Uh-huh. So if you have any sort of infection going on, I know that it's really common for women after they have sex or if they're on vacation get like a UTI or some sort of bacterial infection. Apple cider vinegar helps with that too.
Oh.
Not like ingesting it, not putting it in.
Yeah.
But you just made me think of another product, boric acid. Have you heard of boric acid?
I have heard it. Where have I heard that?
Me, probably.
Oh, probably.
I don't know, like whenever we go on vacations, I tend to get UTIs, and Sam and I talk about it a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's just because you're having more sex and you're like, just in vacation mode.
Mm-hmm. And also like swimsuits,
hot tub, swimming pool, chlorine, all of it. Boric acid, it's actually a suppository that you can put up, but I would rather put a crystal in my body.
Heck yeah.
Than boric acid, even though boric acid's natural. But, okay, but think about it this way. It is expensive, but if you could invest in a device that you use from home forever,
it literally
that is worth it.
As long as you don't drop it and break it, you have to take really good care of it. It should last you years and years. So it's a good investment. And I think it was around maybe maybe just under $200 or something. So that's better than going to the doctor.
Well, that's like,
if you don't have to, if it can prevent that. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of treatments out there that cost more than that. So
that's true.
It is hippie, but I welcome the crystals. I'm going to actually pull out, I have a crystal Bible sitting over here, and I'm going to see if we can find something like this in the crystal Bible.
Well, we're going to have to do some deep research. Okay.
Well, thanks for sharing. I'm excited. It's very rare that we find something that we're so excited about. Yeah. So I'm excited to try that.
Yeah, we can thank Sam.
Yes.
You'll have to tell me after you try it.
Thank you, sweetheart. I'm her mom. I'm her stepmom.
You are.
Stepmother-in-law.
Gosh, to have a stepmom
but she's,
like you.
Yes. But, all right, well, I think we should leave it there.
Yeah.
Pussy power.
We can circle back to this, and it will probably be the wildest thing topic in the future when Whitney shares her experience with her pussy power wand, crystal, whatever we want to call it.
But again, hopefully we didn't offend anyone with our openness about talking about the pussy, but you should try to use that word because it is not derogatory when you're talking about it for yourself.
That's true.
It is beautiful. Feminine power, feminine energy is amazing. And I think that if you are a female, lean into it. Take care of yourself, being beautiful from the inside out.
It's important. It makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Thank you, everyone. We love you. Again, thanks for following us, listening, and sending us your beautiful messages and feedback and comments. We love to hear from you. And don't forget,
be you, stay wild.